Huzzah! How's that? I tried to hit the wave emote, but I kind of messed it up. Anyways, we're right back. What's up, my beautiful little Naranjas? We are literally right back with the second episode of my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. And if you missed the first episode, all we did in the first episode, we, watched some cutscenes together, had some good laughs, some good cries, killed a random asylum demon, uh, got the Sunny D flask, and pretty much just took an Uber to get here. And that's about it.
Well, what do we have here? Let me guess. Fate of the
He
undead.
looks like a coworker of mine.
Well, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. Ring them both, and something happens. Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you.
Oh, I kind of accidentally skipped over some of his dialogue. I'm sorry. So, I don't fully remember what he is, but he's important. I'm just going to be honest. Pro tip, just put your weapons away if you're in these areas, because it's not like Elden Ring where they have it to where you can't hurt people. You can pretty much kill any frickin' NPC that you want. Liar? Oh, that will make more sense later in the game. Can I rate that actually? Because that's kind of funny. No, I can't. Oh well. This is the girl that's going to reinforce your joint right here. Unfortunately, she cannot talk right now. This is the Firekeeper. Lore-wise, I'm not going to be too nerdy because I'm not the most knowledgeable, but with all the 3 games that I've played and everything else, lore-wise, basically, without a Firekeeper, there is no bonfire. So if she dies, or if any of the bond keepers across the plains die, then that area's bonfire will just cease to exist. And as far as I know, there's very little that you can do once they actually die, if even anything at all. So, yeah, be careful. Anyways, we should spend our souls and level up. So like I said, we're going to get our strength and dex up just so we can match it to the parameters that I'm going to be using this Wayhander for, because I'm most likely going to be using that to some extent / capacity. That's the way that we're supposed to go right now. That's going to lead you to the next part of the game, which is like the Undead Burg. But for now, we are actually going to make a little bit of a detour and pick up some things. Just explaining some things for the newbies, just in case you don't know. Get that? Fireball. That's going to be useful. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, shizzle. Oh, look, so for this dude, if you want to get holy things, like you want to heal yourself and like use holy magic and stuff like that, this is one of the dudes to talk to.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thorold. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance.
Oh, also, one thing. For all the vendors / NPCs in the game, if your skill isn't high enough to their liking, they will not really want to talk to you. So, my faith is only 8, so he has no interest in even bothering to sell me anything because I don't have enough basic faith to buy anything for that he's selling. I think to any vendor that sells anything, so he's faith, so you need like 10 faith. I think there's a magic one in like the New Londo ruins or whatever. And I think that's like 10 intelligence. Like you need at least 10 of the stat, I believe, if my intelligence is correct. My actual intelligence, not Dark Souls intelligence. But you need 10 of the actual stat of their respective like selling point or whatever in order to buy from them. I hope I explained that in a good way. This elevator up here is going to take you from here to the middle of the castle in the Undead Burg. Easy way to get to other places. Unfortunately, there is no fast travel in Dark Souls 1 until a certain point in the game, which is about at the halfway point. So get used to walking. Now, there's a giant bird up there that they will take you back to the asylum, but that's at a much later point in the game. You shouldn't even be worried about going back there right now. But for now, like I said, we're gonna stop lollygagging and we're going to, like I said, if you hear that, rah, 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 that's the, there they go. You can actually kill them, I think, but I wouldn't bother. There's really no reason for it. Here we go. Now, I don't fully know how these skeletons work, but as far as, ow, as far as I know, you can't kill them unless you have a weapon that can deal with cursed people. Like a blessed weapon, I think it's called, or some shit. But even then, I heard that the blessed weapons aren't really that important or that beneficial to have. So I'm kind of, and there's the mighty Zweihander. So I'm kind of confused even throughout my hours of gameplay. Best thing I can tell you when it comes to skeletons, you want to deal with them quick, fast, and in a hurry. You do not want them to stack like this. But like I said, we're kind of just running through the place trying to grab the little... Ah, Jesus. Trying to grab the joints and all this stuff. We're just going shopping right now. Oh, God. Yep. And another thing from the other Souls games, if you don't... if you haven't seen already, you cannot move when you're drinking an Estus. So when you're taking a swig of that Sunny D, just remember that you can't move. Alright, this place is much later in the game. I can try a fireball. Okay, yep, that'll work. Like I said, so it looks like some of them are dying, but I think they're just falling off of the cliff, and I don't have fireballs forever. I'm trying to not just, jump over the cliff and just die, but I kind of have to deal with them to some extent. I mean, they give a decent amount of souls, so I gotta deal with this one hands on. Ow. I forgot to switch to my rinky dinky shield. Yeah, we will definitely be upgrading our weapons and stuff in a bit here because this axe sucks. Anyways, down that way is a spot that you're going to need in about 30 to 50 levels from now. So don't even bother. Fun fact, if you flick the left stick and press R1 or your attack button, whatever it is, you can actually do a little kick. Oh God. He did. His boy is ready to spin back. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Up. There we go. I knew it was around here somewhere. I think I got it all. At the very least, I got more than what I bargained for, so... Uh-oh. There we go. The Superman jump. You can also do some pretty crazy parkour and, like, adventure around here and get more stuff. Which I'm kind of just doing right now, which now I think about it, I'm probably going to be cutting a decent, like, fast forwarding or cutting some of the stuff because it is more like kind of tutorial-esque and not actual gameplay. And we are currently at 8 minutes already. But we'll see. Level up. Now, one thing I'm going to tell all of you, whether you are new to the game or not, but especially obviously if you're new, at least in Dark Souls Remastered, you cannot respec. You cannot respec. So if you're coming from Dark Souls to Elden Ring, I'm just going to tell you right now, there's a much different rule set. All right, when I came from Elden Ring, I beat like 3 or 4 times, and then I played Dark Souls Remastered in like April of last year when I first started. Excuse me, it's a much different rule set. So I'm not going to say throw out all of your Souls knowledge if you're coming from Elden Ring, but just accept the fact that the rules are a bit different here. So at least for Dark Souls Remastered, you cannot respec. Anyways, we are going to increase our actually, well, let's see how much this Zweihander actually needs before I do all of that. Present stats, what do I need? I need 24 strength. So you actually don't need exactly 24. You can actually, shit, you can actually, I'm sorry, but you can actually just double hand things, and then you'll get a boost of 50% of your strength. And then if you have enough at that point, then you can. Unfortunately, it looks like I don't have enough strength or dex to wield anything besides the stupid axe. So it looks like that's kind of what I'm stuck with for right now. Need the dexterity for it. And you'll see here, and again, just a quick little thing to help other people out that may not understand, that when it comes to the stats, you need to really pay attention to this stuff. The parameter bonuses below the first column of stuff down there, the param bonuses, that is essentially the bonus level that you will get for that respective stat. So in this case, if you lean more towards dexterity, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to use this weapon because it scales better with strength than dex. Not saying you can't use it, but obviously it doesn't have the best dex scaling. Whereas with like this Wayhander, it has better strength scaling but less dex scaling. So not saying that it is useless to, you don't have to pick one over the other, but just giving you, you know, just trying to help you out. Also, if you see, like, you see how it says minus 69 up there. So all that red next to the physical attack, or how it says like minus 105. So that is because you essentially don't have the stats to handle it. So if my knowledge is correct, you basically take that stat minus 105, so 130 minus 105, and that's about how much damage you'll do with this weapon. So yeah. Alright, now that the nerding the hell out is out of the way, we're gonna actually play the game. It's time to play the game! Said, you want to be careful because these guys can... Damn. These guys definitely can be an issue if you take them lightly. So, just be careful. So, oh, I forgot I had those. Actually, let me go. How many do I have? If I can find them. Oh, I have a lot. Alright. So, an easier way to get souls is by using these souls of blank. And essentially, what these are just little itty bitty balls of souls. Sometimes they are much more massive. But since you just started out, you gotta work your way up. I kind of want to get both of them to a basic, respectable stab. At the same time, I really want to just get this Wayhander so that way we can have a much better, well-rounded attack. Which I think... Nope. 24. Half of 24. Well, actually, wait. Hold on. I need 24 string. Half of... I guess I gotta round it by a even number. 14. Half of 14 is 7. 14 plus 7. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. Unfortunate. So yeah, to better explain that also, while I was just doing that math, the way it works, at least for strength, is that if you take your strength stat and you cut it in half, that is the bonus that you get when you two-hand stuff. So if you have 10 strength and you two-hand, half of 10 is 5, so you have 15 strength when you two-hand. That's just for straight scaling, though. I'm not too privy on the other scalings. But I promise I'm not going to just farm these guys. I just, Yep. Uh-oh. Ooh, I just hit the crisp move on them. Honestly, maybe I should play a little bit of older 2K. I have 2K14 on disc, and I actually love... Ah, damn it. But then again, that's 2K, and I really don't like going through all that. And... But then again, I know about the VC, or the glitch, or whatever, which I'll probably end up doing if I do some 2K. And all I'm gonna say is, listen, man. If you have a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. The game is old as hell. Like, I want to have fun. I don't want to wait until 50 years to be a pro basketball player. So I actually might. I might actually upload some 2K. Why not? Because I do like 2K. Also, just in case, I do want to make it known that, in case any of my subscribers are wondering, or this is your first time on the channel, like I tell people, I pride myself in my diversity. When it comes to games, I believe variety is definitely the spice of life. Thank you. So I have been playing a decent amount of different games lately. I promise I'm not going through an identity crisis. I'm just trying to have a decent amount of things for people to watch. So for the people that, like, I'm going to be uploading a coffee talk video later. For the people that want to see some... Uh-oh. Hold on, let me lock in for a second. Fireball! Uh-oh. I forgot how long it takes to charge. Fireball! Oof. We need to get a better weapon fast, man. This hand axe is not going to cut it. Anyways, so I'm going to upload some coffee talks. So for the people that want, like, some visual novel-esque stuff, you got that. For the people that want the Dark Souls stuff, you got that. For the people that maybe they want some 2K, they got that. You know what I mean? If I decide to upload that. I don't want to stretch myself thin and be in too many places at once because I know I can't do that. It's not healthy for me or the, subscribers that are watching my videos. But, again, trying out new things, just trying to see what works for me and the channel and whatnot. Humanity. There you go, thank you. That is very, very important, by the way, if you haven't already realized in this game. The way humanity works is that, hold on, let me see where this is going. Okay, yeah, this is going back from where we came. The way humanity works is that essentially it's its simplest form. It's just a little black spray that essentially makes you human again. And that is important because if you want to do things like summon in Dark Souls, like for fights and whatnot, you have to be human. You cannot summon as a hollow. It's just not going to work. Also, I believe it helps increase item discovery. So if you go in your stats and you see on the top or in the farthest right column up from the attunement slots, the fireball, the item discovery is at 100. I believe it increases as you do certain things like, whatever gear you have, but I believe it also increases when you are human. So, at least from what I've been told. And boom. Look at us farming them lost undead souls. Oh, Jesus. You might be able to make that jump. I don't think you are. I'm not going to say you can't. I'm just going to say I can't. I've tried it so many times. Oh yeah, there's dragons in this game. And... once I get the Zweihander or whatever... Ow. Because actually, if I can stop sucking at the game, I believe we can open this door. There is a vendor to my right who will be able to help me out a lot better. A wooden shield, that should be better than what I have right now. Yes, but it doesn't do that good against magic. And smack. Titanite shard. That's also very important. Those are like your upgrade shards right there. That's like the thing you're going to need the most when you first start out. Alright. Now keep in mind, anytime that you rest at a bonfire, the whole world resets. So, just keep that in mind. For farming, or just for if you're like, should I, but the trade-off for the world resetting is that you get all your stuff back. Like, your fireball is replenished, my Estus is replenished and all that. So that's what you get on the plus side. Enemies also drop things here and there. It's like an RPG. Oh wait, it is. So there's always the, like the whole, oh well, if I keep going, I don't have to deal with as many enemies and I can explore more freely. But at the same time, it's like, well, you gotta rock with less material. Also, if you, as you just saw, as I mentioned last episode, if you just flick your stick, the left stick up, as you press R1, you'll do a kick, and this can kick people off or just break their guard. So instead of trying to do the infamous Dark Souls dance of just trying to get behind them or just smacking and waiting for them to attack, you can just break their guard, smack them a few times, and you're done. No skill required. Alright, Johnny, come on, I see you behind there. Yeah, come on. I know you're there, Johnny. Johnny's a little cutie. Here we go. As I always tell people, pro tip, just put your weapons away anytime you talk to anyone in this type of regard so you don't accidentally hit them. Ain't no room for happy accidents in Dark Souls. Which actually is kind of a lie. Hold on, I'm gonna buy something. Oh, damn, what an asshole. But anyways, which actually, if you do mess up, you can get your sins replenished or like abolished or whatever by a specific NPC that you can actually get fairly early in the game, but absolving sin is very, very expensive, like extremely expensive. So ideally I would just tell you to be careful, because once you sin, it is very hard to get rid of it. Anyways, club. I'm about to hit them with the Unga Boonga Bangle. Reinforced club. Ah, that's nice. 11-10 spear. East-west shield. Oh, that shield's pretty bad. Heater shield. Perfect. How much is it? You want 1,000. That's actually... I can't really complain about that price point. Excuse me. I really do want to kind of try something different. So, I don't know. I really don't know if I really want to do Dex, though. You know what? Try it out. You never know. And if all else fails, we got that.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, actually, since we are here, and we basically spend damn near all of our souls, you can actually buy armors and stuff here, which is pretty good. But the thing I was really wanting to get was the bottomless box, and the reason you want the bottomless box is so that way you can just put things away that aren't in your inventory at the bonfires. And also some repair powder would do you good, but you don't need that right now. If you're wondering, repair powder is basically how you repair your weapons if they break. Thankfully, this early in the game, you will not have to worry about that, because I believe they replenish when you go to rest at the bonfire, and on top of that, there are no enemies that can break your weapons this early in the game, thankfully. We're at 23 minutes. Alright. Read message. That's great. But yeah, like I said, I've been having a decent amount. I have a decent amount of free time. I have like 2 days off work, so I'm gonna try to upload at least like 2 to 4 videos in the next 2 days. I'm gonna try. It's not that it takes long. It's just like the way my life is right now, man. It's just kind of hard to make videos sometimes. But I just do my best to keep on pushing, because you know, your dreams are gonna remain dreams if no action is taken. So, throwing knife, I'll be taking that. Jumping ahead. Yeah. And boom. I actually almost forgot how to jump. So that's how you make that jump. That's nice. That's the beauty of Dark Souls too. It's like, I need to put the shield on. That's the beauty of Dark Souls too. It's like, no 2 playthroughs will really ever be the same. You know what I mean? There's that. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Heater shield, we got that. We got a better weapon. I'll be snagging that. I don't want to wear that nasty hollow armor though. It's not that good. Woo! Thank God I dodged that. But yeah, as of right now, we've just been kind of like collecting things to make the rest of the game, and not the rest of the game, but the next section a little easier for me. Had to get a better weapon. So you can farm these guys if you want to, but there's, like, I'm not gonna say there is no point, but like for me right now, I'm not gonna do that. Can we level up? Not really. Do we have any souls? No, we don't. But it says we're really close to leveling up, so I'm just gonna kill these two guys and kind of just get on with it. Jesus Christ, man, they take a lot of swings. Okay, we have enough. Actually, remember, if there's enemies too close to the bonfire, it'll just shrink and you can't use it, so. We're gonna increase my strength again. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 16, what's the... 16 plus 8. 24, alright. Thank you, Google. And now we should have enough to use this with both hands. Where are we at? 26 minutes, alright, so this is gonna be the second part. So, I'm sorry, I know we've been doing not a lot, we haven't been doing much actual productiveness. You know, we haven't been very productive in terms, or actually we have been very productive because we're getting all this stuff now. We haven't been very assertive in what we're supposed to be doing next, or whatever. Or I could just be spewing out a bunch of frickin' mumbo jumbo, I'm sorry. Oh, right, one last thing before I sign off and start recording for the third episode. If you don't know, your role is very important in Dark Souls. In the community, there's what is it called? Quick roll, medium roll, fat roll, I believe it's called. And long short, the way it works is the more stuff that you have on your persona, the harder it's going to be for you to roll. So my equipment load is 19 out of 51. And I think for Dark Souls Remastered, it's actually a little different compared to the other Dark Souls. I think it's a little less forgiving. I kind of forgot what the statistic was, but long short, I think it's if you exceed, I think, over 50 to 60%, then you fat roll, but or something like that. I forgot the exact stat. I'm sorry. Basically, long short, the more stuff that you have, the harder it's gonna be. So you want to keep your equipment load pretty low, and the best way to do that while carrying all of your stuff is to upgrade your endurance, which we are going to be working more on our vitalities soon. Anyways, now that all the basic stuff is done and we have like some things where we're not going to instantly die, we are actually going to get ready to get the hell on and play the game. This way, hander. I don't think that should be a fat roll. Yep, medium roll, that's good. Alright. Anyways, so I'm going to be recording the next part right after this, and honestly, I plan on uploading a 3-parter for the videos. I plan on uploading like the first one, maybe the second one an hour after that, and the third one an hour after that, because again, it's not really that much fun to just watch me talk and just, you know, kind of bumblefuck around. But anyways, next episode, we're going to actually be playing the game and having some more fun. So, my name is Ray. And honestly, I don't really have much else to say after that. I'll see you guys in the next episode, man. You guys take care now, and I love you.